Hi, Old Guy Adventures here. It's a second day of winter. Beautiful day here, but you can't get up into the mountains because snow level dropped down to about 500 feet. The streams, you can't get to them because, well, they're flooding because we've had several inches of rain the last few days. So during that time, usually every year I come out to where they've logged, and they got these logging roads here, and like all this road here, this is all glacial till, and I can walk along here, and you have all this different rock here, and sometimes you can find agate, sometimes a lot of quartz and apidote, and if you especially if it's raining, it'll really stand out. But you just never know what you might come across out in here. So I'm going to be walking out through here, and I think there's a clear cut out past some other trees down there. So I'll walk that, and I have all this, these are motorcycle trails here. The motorcycles have areas where they come through, and so I'll be looking this whole gravel area over in here, and I usually come out with a few pieces. So I mean, there's a lot of rock in there. I could spend a whole lot of time just walking along this road, and I'll more than likely come up with a couple pieces. So yeah, I'm gonna get to it. Hopefully I'll find something. Yeah, I just turned off the camera. It was just right there, and I came back over here, and then I looked right down here, and that's what I'm talking about. That looks like a little jasper right there. Let me grab my rock hammer, because I don't think I can get that out without using it. And let's see what we have here. Yeah, let's take it over here to this little mud puddle, wash her off. I got some sunshine right over here. Yeah, that's not a bad, that's pretty nice jasper there. Oh, I'll keep that one. Yeah, didn't get in here too far and already found something to take home. Now, hopefully I can find some more. Yeah, this is beautiful out here. Alright, well, I'm going to continue on. Well, I was just right over there, and I hadn't walked much farther, and I found this. That's a piece of epidote, a little bit of quartz in it. Got a nice green to it. I think I'll hang on to this too. I found it just right down here where all this rock got kicked out. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, just everything gets brought down into here. That's a big old, some sort of old quartz. This here looks like some sediment that turned into conglomerate. And like on these old logging roads, it's one of the few places I do find petrified wood around here. I don't find it very often, but yeah, I got this whole thing down through here to look over. And what is this? Yeah, nothing I really want, but interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to get back to it. Well, I hadn't walked much further, and I found this. That might be an agate. I'm not real sure. It looks like one. I'm going to have to take this back with me. It's heavy. I'll have to take it back and maybe take a slice off of it. It might be just something that hits the rock garden, but it looks different than everything else. Everything else here is all round rock, but this here looks different, so I'm going to take it also. What's this? Yeah, it's just regular rock. Oh boy, there's a lot of different stuff in here. I think I'll do okay. I found this here, it caught my eye. I don't see this lava rock like this around here, but then as it went down, I looked right here, and here's another piece of, oh, this is a nice piece here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep this one. And there's a lot of different stuff in here. I'm glad I came down on this road. Yeah, it's just a conglomeration of, you know, everything that comes out of north of here, Canada. Yeah, that's a beautiful piece. Yeah. It's just amazing. I mean, a lot of the rock I've never seen anywhere else. What is this? That's different. There's a lot of granites and things like that, but there's a lot of other things in here too. I wouldn't be surprised if I find a good agate. There's some wild stuff. Alright, well, I'm going to put this in my bag and go back there and get my rock hammer. I just found this down here in this ditch. Looks like it's got some common opal in it. Not very good looking, but it's something to be found, I guess. And it just amazes me with all the different color rocks that are in here. It's hard to believe this is December. Actually, second day of winter, I mean. This is nice out here. Yeah. Nice to just walk along these roads here, and if you find a little bit of something, that's nice too. But no big hills I gotta climb or nothing like that. Just walk along these ditches here. There's some quartz there. One quartz there. Ah, what's this? Not quite the color I want, but interesting. Oh, what's this? Yeah, that hits the interesting mark, but nothing I want. There's quartz on that. What's this? That's part about hunting these roads. You got a ditch here to wash everything off in. No, that's not nothing I want either. Yeah, I still got a long ways to go. Okay, I was coming down. I was looking at this piece right here. Oops. Had all this orange on it, and usually when I find this with orange, a lot of times it's associated, I think, with the epidote. And yeah, there is some. Oh, well, that's a pretty good association right there. There's a nice piece of epidote right there. Quartz in it. That there would make a nice piece right there. I'm going to take both of these down here and wash them off. Ooh. Yeah, I'll walk up here. I don't want to go over my boots. There we go. Yeah, that's a keeper right there. Let's take a look at this. It's a little rough inside there, but I'm going to keep it anyhow. Yeah, just a little bit of everything out here. get those two in my backpack. I better go back there and get my rock hammer so I don't lose it. Yeah, this is a good little spot actually. There's a lot of these roads out here too. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think I found me an agate. Right there. Now, of course, I don't have any water right here. But let's hold it up here. Yeah, I think there's a line in there. Oh yeah, there's a few in there. So even out in here, where normally around here we don't find a lot of agates, but here you can find them. I've found some pretty good ones from time to time. Now I'm just coming up onto this clear cut here. They probably, I don't know, probably cut this maybe 5 years ago or so, and you could still walk out through here and see the ground. Now yeah, because eventually this will all get growed up and you won't be able to walk out here. It'll be like back there where you can't hardly see anything. But you walked out in here, you definitely find some material. And the thing of it is you could walk out here and I guarantee you would find a piece of rock that you could work up, make into a piece of jewelry. And it'd be nice enough that you could give it to somebody and they would actually wear it. It's so even though you can't get to the rivers, you can't get to your favorite spots, but all these roads out here, you just walk them, and almost anything that's come out of Canada or north of here could be here. I mean, there could be jade here, there could be, you know, agates, you know, the jaspers, anything. But you're just going to sort through a lot of rock to find it, but you will. I mean, I've got, I don't know, 5, 6 pieces just from walking that road there, and I haven't even walked a mile. And there's a little bit of road left here, and I've only walked one side of the road. I didn't go to the other side because there's so much rock on that other side too. I figured I'd just focus on one side. So I may find a few more on my way back. Yeah, just a lot of rock to sort through, a lot of different colors. And when you're walking out here though, it's good to have a loop, because you can find bone, but you got to be able to tell the difference between it and some of the real fine-grained granites. I mean, I found a piece back there. I had to get my loop out just to make sure that it wasn't bone, or that it was bone, and it turned out to be granite. But boy, it sure looked like bone when I first picked it up. See, it's like this here. I mean, when you're looking at it from a distance, you would think, oh, that could be bone. But no, that's a piece of granite. But you got to get your loop out sometimes to see if there's cell structure or not. So it's always good to have a loop on you. Because with bone, even if it's a piece like that, you don't know what it is, you know, what it came from, but some of that bone can make some beautiful jewelry. Alright, well, I think this road ends down here a little ways because there's a highway over here. But I'm going to walk down to the end, and then I'll walk back up this other side and see what else I can find. Okay, I found this here. I'm trying to decide if it's like a quartz. It kind of looks like a quartz. I like the color. So I'm going to hang on to that, and then I'm looking right here. There's something right here. Huh. Yeah, it's a piece of quartz there, but it's got some color to it. I'm going to hang on to this one too. Yes, it'll go good in a tumbler. If I ever tumble. I do once in a while. Not very often though. I got a little bit more to go here. Now, we got this clear cut here, and I wanted to walk down in here and see what it was like in here, because I have several trail cameras, and I have them up in another location. But what I like to do, especially this time of year, is to set them out so I can see what deer are coming through the area. You know, like if there's nice bucks in here, and if I like set a camera here, maybe one down over there, and probably one back in there. There's probably a pond. It looks like there's an opening. There's a lot of beaver ponds back in here. They're big beaver ponds and stuff. And deer like to, if there's cattails down in there, they like to bed down in those. But I like to set out my cameras in these areas, because here, when it comes around March, I can come out here and do some hunting for antler. And if there's big deer, you know, big bucks in here, you know, then I'll know. If I set my cameras out, I'll know if they're here or not, which I'm sure there are a couple in here, because there's a lot of, I saw a lot of deer signs, so I'm sure them bucks ain't gonna be too far from where them does are. This is a big area out in here, and it's gated, so you know, nobody just coming back in here. So I should be able to set my cameras up along the perimeter out there pretty easily. But and that's something else I like to do, is see what's on the trail cameras. It's kind of fun. Maybe I'll post a picture or two of the ones that I've already got. So, yeah, I'm gonna walk just down this, maybe just here, see what's down in there, and then head back up this other side. I found another piece of quartz epidont right there. Not the prettiest of pieces, but I suppose if you threw it in a tumbler, it'd come out pretty good. I think I'll hang on to it. And about halfway back to my vehicle, and I'm walking down this other side here. There's another piece right there. Almost dropped my hammer on it. Oh, yeah, this country is just full of this stuff, and it makes some beautiful jewelry, and hardly anybody messes with it. But yeah, it's one of the prettiest pieces when you get them worked up. I have some cabs, and they're just gorgeous. Well, I got a little bit more daylight here, a little ways to walk, so I get to it. Yeah, it's beautiful. That dark cloud's been there, but hasn't done anything, which is nice. So hopefully I won't decide to do something. Well, if it does though, then it'll just wet all the rock for me, and I'll be able to find more. Now I'm gonna get back to it. Okay, I'm almost back to my vehicle, and when I came in, I noticed that there was all this bigger rock here. They probably threw it down in here because it was probably real muddy in here. And this here probably came from one of the local quarries. This here quarry, I didn't see much in it. I did see a little bit of red rock, but nothing real spectacular. You know, it's not that great. But, you know, you used to, many years ago, be able to go into the quarries, you know, in Rockhound, but now they usually don't let you in there because of insurances, you know, liabilities and things like that. So your next best option is if you're by a quarry that has good material in it and you know it, well, probably within a 30-mile radius of that quarry, they probably did just exactly like this here and dumped it on some, you know, road. This here's state land, and you can come through and look and, you know, see what's in there. I've found many a nice agates in out a road that has just been from quarried rock, you know, so it just goes in with everything else, and you don't have to worry about anybody saying no, because you know, you're either on public land or someplace like that. It's no big deal. But that's another option too, because especially winter, you don't get many options. So yeah, now I'm back into glacial till and close to my vehicle. All right. Okay, this is the stuff I picked up from walking down that old logging road yesterday. I cut some of these here. We'll take a look at this first one here that I cut. Now that there, it's got a nice pale green to it. Got a lot of fracturing, which wouldn't surprise me being out there on the road. But I do like the color, and you could make some good jewelry with that. This is that first piece I found, was that piece of jasper. That's nice stuff there. I wouldn't mind finding more of that. And this was another piece of that quartz epitome. That's got good color there. That's upper part there. That's pretty nice. I like that. Now this thing here, I cut this with my saw. This has got to be the hardest stuff I've ever cut. I am not sure what that is, but it is heavy, and it took a while to cut that. But I don't know. Here is the little, just found the agate and a couple pieces of quartz there. That's always good to find. Now these pieces here, I didn't cut them because they were just going to be more like those other pieces. Now this here I found just before I left out of there, and I don't know if that green would lighten up or not in there more, but it was just one of those pieces I just decided, well, I'll pick it up and see. I didn't film it or anything, but well, that is what I got yesterday. And yeah, if you can't get out to your regular places, you know, just find some road, you know, that goes out through the countryside, and either it's got glacial till and you can find some of this, or maybe they dumped something from one of the quarries on the road and you can sort through that. But nice day out there. It's a nice day today here. Cold though, it froze last night. So that's why I didn't cut very much, because boy, that water's cold. Alright, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.